Hello everyone, and welcome back to another 2024 album recap video. This is just the end of the list. This not quite 100 albums in this list, but this is like the last handful of albums. And then in the episode after this, video after, we will be doing the breakdown of all the different stats and things like that. As always, there'll be links in the description to check out all the other parts of this series, as well as a list of the albums that I'm mentioning in this particular video. So all the past stuff will be in the description. And then next video, we will be doing our breakdown where we cover all the different genres I listen to, the different years and decades and things like that. But anyhow, onto the list. Let me just pull this up. First album in this batch, we have Cowboys from Hell by Pantera. Just a great album. I think I first heard Cowboys from Hell on the original Guitar Hero, but Pantera, just a very solid metal band. Cowboys from Hell is a great album. Vulgar Display of Power, another great one from them. Next up, after that, we have Oasis with Standing on the Shoulders of Giants. Not quite as good as some of their earlier work. Like, I think it's definitely not as good as definitely maybe Morning Glory or even Be Here Now, but it was still entertaining, still solid. After that, we listened to Rihanna with Music of the Sun. Following that was the Goo Goo Dolls with A Boy Named Goo. I believe, what's it called, Name is on that one. After that, I had to kind of put this album together like through a playlist because it was a Record Store Day exclusive that I couldn't get my hands on, but it was Garbage with Copy and Paste. So some of the songs they were able to release to streaming, some they couldn't due to like probably licensing issues, and a lot of the ones that I already had in some of their other singles collections, I just kind of compiled into a list and then added in the ones that were able to be streamed to create the full album. But it's a very good album. Basically, it's a Garbage. It's a collection of various songs or cover songs by Garbage, so it's pretty good. After that, I listened to The Doors with Waiting for the Sun. Next up was Drops in Jupiter by Tren. After that was Metallica with 72 Seasons. I think that's still their most recent album. And overall, just a very solid metal album from them. After that, I listened to Ahmad Jamal with Chamber Music of the New Jazz. Next up, I listened to Survivor by Destiny's Child. Then Iggy and the Stooges with Funhouse. After that, I listened to Chris Watson with Tren Fantasma, or Fantasma. After that, I listened to, this is kind of a weird one. So after that, I listened to DMX Let Us Pray Chapter X, which is more just a spoken word, like basically like prayer album by DMX. So like released posthumously after his passing a few years back. But it was kind of like the last thing I think they've put out from him. Not really a rap album necessarily, but more like a prayer album. It's kind of interesting. After that, I listened to Fashion Nugget by Cake. Then after that was Echo and the Bunnymen, Songs to Learn and Sing. Ended up being, I believe that's actually a compilation of some of their singles. I didn't know it was a compilation at first, but it's got a lot of their singles on it, so pretty good album from them. After that, I listened to The Exploding Hearts with Guitar Romantic. Next up was Coal Miner's Daughter by Loretta Lynn, so some classic country there. After that was Free For All by Blake Lively and the Jazz Messengers. After that, I listened to Flying Lotus with You're Dead. Just a great kind of electronic artist. Started listening to him last year. He's got some great albums. So Flying Lotus is really great if you like just like electronic kind of vibes. After that was Erykah Badu with Baduizm, or Baduizm. So Erykah Badu, I guess is how it's pronounced. After that is Blood Incantation with Absolute Elsewhere. Next up, I listened to Girl Going Nowhere by Ashley McBryde. Next up, was Letting Off the Happiness by Bright Eyes, followed by some more metal with Iron Maiden and Somewhere in Time. After that, we had Kate Bush with The Kick Inside. Some more jazz with the John Coltrane Quartet with the John Coltrane Quartet Plays. After that was Beastie Boys with Paul's Boutique. Just a great album from them. One of their best albums, maybe even their best one. After that, Robert Earl Keen, probably my favorite country singer, one of my favorite country singers of all time. Like I said, I've seen him live like a handful of times. But his album Gravitational Forces. After that, I listened to Music from Big Pink by the band. I think that's got the weight on it. After that, I listened to In Between Dreams by Jack Johnson. After that, I listened to Escort by Escort. That's kind of like a modern, almost like modern disco equivalent. I don't think the band's together anymore, or the band might be together, but I think they've changed their lineup a little bit. After that, I listened to the Notorious B.I.G. with Life After Death. Great double album from him. Next up was Leonard Skinner, and the album is pronounced Leonard Skinner. After that was ABBA with Super Trooper. Next up, I listened to Spreading the Disease by Anthrax. Then I listened to More Doors with the Morrison Hotel, or Morrison Hotel, I should say. After that was Bruno Mars with Doo-Wops and Hooligans. Next up was Jasmine Sullivan with Hoax Tales, Heaux, how it's spelled. Anyway, then I listened to The Hurting by Tears for Fears. That's a great album from them. I believe it's got, is it Mad World, I believe, is on that one. After that, I listened to Troy Sivan with Something to Give Each Other. That was kind of after seeing him and Charlie XCX live last fall. Next up was Demi Lovato with Holy FVCK. Or, I can't pronounce it on the show, but that's kind of like, they're kind of censoring it there. After that, I listened to Celebration by Deuter, Deutur. Next up, kind of getting into Christmas, around like December now. Listen to Nat King Cole, Christmas with Nat King Cole. One of my favorite, probably the best Christmas album, I think, like, ever, is his Christmas album. After that, I listened to, Carnivas by Silver Sun Pickups. Next up was Britney by Britney Spears. Some very solid pop music there. Next up, after that, was Pop by U2. Came out in 1997, has like Staring at the Sun on it and Discotheque. I think I did a video for that for my 1990s series a while back. After that, I listened to Cherry Pie by Warrant. Just some cheesy kind of hair metal. Next up was Royal Blood by Royal Blood. Then I listened to the Blue Stones with their album Black Holes. After that was Tapestry by Carole King. It's just an incredible album. After that was When Was the Last Time by Darius Rucker. So Darius Rucker, obviously from Hootie and the Blowfish, so some of his solo work. After that, I listened to Mark Strickland's Twilight with Nil Novi. Hopefully that's how it's pronounced. After that was Anne Murray with New Kind of Feeling. Following that was 39 Minutes of Bliss, and then in parentheses, In an Otherwise Meaningless World by Caesars. After that was Highway 61 Revisited by Bob Dylan. I think this is around the time when I saw the Bob Dylan biopic, and I listened to some Bob Dylan, and the next album was a follow-up for that with Joan Baez with Diamonds and Rust. I think that album and track was mentioned in like the not post credits, but like the movie ends and then there's like a little like epilogue kind of thing. Then I listened to Johnny Cash and June Carter, still kind of on the Bob Dylan kick because Johnny Cash is in that movie as well. With Carrying It On with Johnny Cash and June Carter. Yes, that's a mouthful. And then next up, a couple more Foo Fighters things to close it out with 0097725, which is B-sides from The Color and the Shape. So the kind of B-sides associated with that album. And then finally, Songs from the Laundry Room by Foo Fighters as well. So that wraps up the kind of listing process. In the next episode, we will be going through all the stats. I have like a spreadsheet for those, and I'll be showing like graphs and all that kind of stuff. Again, as always, there will be a link in the description to check out any past videos in this series, along with all the albums that I just mentioned. So that's going to do it for this video. We'll be back in a week from now with our statistic video, and that will kind of wrap up this little mini series. I want to thank you all for watching. So remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thanks again for watching. Take care and have a good one. See ya.